folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, come on. 26.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Hines, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Hines. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchdown. On 1st down, Larson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. A nice pickup on 1st down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw on third down. Larson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now it's Hines, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Beckham complete. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go, come on.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And room there to work it inside the 25. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go, come on. Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And his kick is right through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Back to throw. Larson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Larson flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Gun!
From the gun, Larson flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll run it here. And some room to maneuver. Got some room at the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a toss play. It's Hines. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And shedding through the tackle. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brandon Marshall in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Operating from the gun. Larson throwing for his running back. He's got him complete. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw. Larson being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down. Larson. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Back to throw. Larson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Larson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, Larson. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Forbath will put this one through. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better.
We'll find out. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. It's caught right side. It turns. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Larson. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
We are going.
They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Larson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Larson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw on second down. Larson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Larson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2 games. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers now from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Detroit!
From the gun, Larson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Larson. And his throw here is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Larson looking deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And this one brought in by Gathers. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gun!
On 1st down, Larson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 24.
Gun!
Operating from the gun, Larson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Larson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Room here to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And here now a spin. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they'll go on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And they're going with a ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers throwing here. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. The good pick up there of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rodgers now on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now Rodgers. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Larson. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.